What's up, Wolfpackers? It's your boys, the Wolfpack. We're coming at you one more time. The end of the year is coming up, guys. Best figures of 2019. Cast your votes right now. Right here, we've got ourselves another strong contender for figure of the year. It's actually a 3-pack. There's 3 of us, so we're gonna give you guys
three figures.
3 figures. Count them. Don't adjust your screens. There's 3 of us and 3 figures. Pause that if you want to read it. If you haven't already guessed it, it's the X-Men Love Triangle starring Wolverine,
Jean Elaine Grey,
and Scott Summers.
Now, we've gotten a ton of these just this year alone. Mischievous, how many Wolverines have we gotten this year?
We have 6 in total.
6 in total. That's a lot. That's like Stormtroopers and Spider-Man. They keep pushing those out, and guys, we keep buying them. So the thing with Wolverine is you can dress them up in different costumes, and I bought 5 of them. The only one that we didn't buy this year was the
Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah. Because I've already got a ton of Hulks, and I've got a ton of these Wolverines, and I knew that this one was coming out, so I skipped it. Sorry, but I skipped it. This is the second Cyclops we've gotten this year. We also got the vintage. This is the 4th one to come out in the last 3 years. So this one and the vintage came out this year. 2 years ago, we got the Cyclops without the jacket, the Jim Lee Cyclops from the Warlock wave. And then earlier in that year, we got the Dark Phoenix and Cyclops 2-pack from Toys R Us. Rest in peace. So yeah, we've been getting a bunch of those. This little lady here is the one that we haven't gotten since when, Mike? When was the last time we had a
From the Juggernaut wave back in 2016.
No, but I mean, when was the last time we got this Jean Grey, the Jim Lee X-Men Jean Grey?
Jim Lee Classic.
Yeah. Oh, the last time we ever got one of those was back in 2005.
2005. Were you born in 2005?
No.
Were you born in 2005?
Nope, but 3 years away.
I was barely born in 2005, so needless to say, we weren't collecting back then. So we got our hands on her. This is a different kind of Wolverine. We've got a different head sculpt, a torn up head sculpt, and then the coolest feature about this one, the bone claws. Can't wait to open that up and check it out. Then we got the jacket. Cyclops. So yeah, it's a little bit of a reprint, re-release of figures that were already out, but we're gonna do it, right? All right, so stick around. In honor of Wolverine, let's get this baby open. To the studio, guys.
Let's go.
Drop the mic.
Before we get you guys to the studio, I'd like to thank you guys one more time for getting us to 300 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. Guys, what's one thing that you learned from doing these videos that you didn't know before we started these videos?
That uploading content would get you a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, the more you upload, the more people are going to know who you are. What about you, Mike?
I say what I learned the most is maybe you should just listen to what the people in the comments are saying and like do the reviews that they're asking for.
Yeah, listen to the people. One thing that I learned working with kids, you never get it on the first take. There's take after take. Yeah, you're rolling your eyes because you know how many takes it takes to make a decent video.
I totally did not growl at you.
Yeah, I totally am gonna kick you out of the wolf pack. Yeah, so it's been a fun ride, guys. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been good times, there's been bad times, but we're doing it all for you guys. So again, we thank you. Go back to our thank you video, and there's the contest details. If you guys want to be entered to win some of these figures that we review sometimes, check it out. Follow those rules, and we will announce the winner during our best of 2019's episode. That's right around the corner, so you guys better get to getting into the contest. All right, now let's really get you guys back to the studio. Deuces. Back in studio, guys. I've got Mischievous and Killer Mike with me, and the Switchblade. So let's pop this open. Before we do that, we got the 80th anniversary logo. Got 4 and over for some reason. Box art. UPC, if you guys are still looking to pick this one up and want to know where to find it, it retails for about $59.99. You can get it at Big Bad Toys for, I think they're $65 plus shipping. Same goes for Entertainment Earth. And then if you look on eBay, well, you're going to pay whatever it is they're offering. Before we start cutting this baby up, I want to talk about the box art in the back. This box art is a throwback, a callback, if you will, to trading cards that I collected as a kid. They have, so these little graphs, they would have, each one of these lines here would be a different category, like their fighting skill, their mutant ability, their intelligence, dexterity, just things like that. Each one of these was a different category. They didn't put them in here, but that's what they were. Comment below if you ever collected the trading cards, if you know what I'm talking about with the graph. All right, let's get her open. Here we got Wolverine, regular head sculpt. I like the way the ears are, or the mask, the cowl is pinned back just right.
They make the cow look like how it is in the animated series.
Yeah, I'm good paint sculpt all the way around too. That's cool. Good job there. Here we've got it. So this is when he's not wearing the hood. You put this around his neck so that the back of it shows. Little tidbit for the original Toy Biz toys. The mask was removable, and it was something similar to this. It would just go right over. It would slip right over like that, and you could pull it out. And it even had this little circle. I used to wear it as a pinky ring. Just like that. It was the brown and black mask until I lost it. Then I just had to face a maskless Wolverine.
Yeah, I could see how it would be a good pinky ring.
Yeah, I was like 9, so, you know.
Your creativity gets to you.
Here we got blue-eyed James Howlett. Good scope, similar to the Rider series Wolverine. It's pretty good. Here we've got his claws. So if you're not down with the bone, or you didn't get the Apocalypse Wave Tiger Stripe Wolverine, this guy plugs in perfectly. We did get the Apocalypse Wolverine, so they're a little different. He's a little more orange. He's more mustard. So there's that. This guy might actually be more true to the cartoon than this one. Let's go over the head scope on Ripped Up Mask Wolverine. Obviously, Berserker mode. Like, he's even got wear and tear on the cowl. That's a good feature. A cool feature, if you've got the Cowboy Wolverine, is throw this on him whenever he's just, lounging in the danger room. I know there's things where he's like just laid up, just sleeping. That's cool. Cowboy Wolverine, and it fits the mold too, so. Bone Claw Wolverine. So what they're starting to do this year, because like I said, we're getting so many Wolverines a year, they got to make them look a little more different than each other, so they're giving us bone claws. They did something kind of similar to that with X-Force Wolverine that came out this year as well. You see his claws are a little different than, say, the ones from the Apocalypse Wave. Just little things that they're doing to try to justify selling us the same figure after figure. after figure. With the articulation next to Spider-Man, Wolverine's probably got the best articulation out of any Marvel Legends. It's got the butterfly joints, got the up and down. His shoulder pads even wiggle. Ab crunch. And side to side. The belt is free flowing, so that moves. The thigh rotation. Double jointed at the knees. No swivel at the calf, but just the up and down. Good figure. I recommend it. If you didn't get the Apocalypse Wave Wolverine, I recommend getting this one. It comes with 3 different head sculpts, so you're gonna find something that you like. Highly recommend getting this one. At $59.99, you get your Wolverine and you get 2 other figures. Up next, Jean Elaine Grey. So we get 2 different head sculpts on this one. We get Ponytail.
The best one, looking like the animated series one.
Yeah, this is definitely an animated series, Jean Grey. Jean Grey, come on down. All right, so yeah, 2005 was the last time we got an iteration of Jean Grey. But here she is, free-flowing belt. I'm trying to think what body mold this is. I'm not sure if I've seen it before. These are cool, the gauntlets.
They're the same mold as Polaris's gauntlets.
Then we've got the shoulder pads here. Let's take a look at that face sculpt. It's good. She's looking up and away. There we go. Good face sculpt. I like it. They didn't mess up anything too bad. Flowing hair. Here she is with the head sculpt for Phoenix. Pretty good. Here she is with the Phoenix head mold on Kitty Pryde. That's actually a pretty good one as well. Danny Moonblood, if you've got that one, that can be a really good substitute for an early X-Men team, you know, when they were in the original suits. And you know what, looking at it now, it's a similar body mold to Kitty Pryde's. It's not the same. It's not the same mold as far as the torso. I'm trying to think where I've seen this one, and then these are new for the figure. That's automatic. The belt is kind of a free-flowing belt like Kitty Pryde's. Here we got her in ponytail mode. So yeah, typical articulation for the ladies. No kickback because of that big old butt.
They also make the ponytail look anime looking.
Yeah, it's a little anime. Got the upper diaphragm rocker. She can't go full 360 up here this way. But it's a cool figure. We don't have a Jean Grey. This would be our number 1 now to replace in the Danger Room. If you're wondering what the old one looks like, color scheme, everything's just about the same. The blue is more metallic. It's like a blue steel. Which is weird because Hasbro is getting away from all that. But for the figures that they released for Star Wars on Force Friday, they sold you 3 different versions. One of them was a carbon, which the paint schemes were metallic. So, you know, they're getting away from the metallic on the X-Men or the Marvel. But in Star Wars, they're going towards metallic. It's just a reset for them, you know, just in a few years, they'll probably reset and do the same thing with a non-metallic, more of a pastel color. Scott Summers, you're up. Head number 1, and the glasses are different in each head, so that was cool. So is the hairstyle. That was cool that they did that. It kind of looks like Johnny Cage.
This head looks like the new Scott Summers from Age of Apocalypse.
Whoa!
Fail.
Fail.
You just got caged.
Now this one, this is Pretty Boy Scott Summers. Got his Ray-Bans on. He looks like Johnny Cage here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got the hair blowing. Which one would you say? They're the same face. It's just one he's making a grimace The other one, he's just kind of cool. Like, I'm prettier than you. No, I am.
I say the first head you popped out looks more like Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Kind of Brett the Hitman Hart glasses. All right, so here's Scott Summers in the bomber jacket. And it's actually an exact replica of Old Man Logan in his bomber jacket. So if you know the story of Old Man Logan, do you think maybe he and then took the jacket from him? Who knows? Comment below if that's what you think. All right, guys, so 2017 saw the last iteration of the Jim Lee Cyclops. It was a lighter blue and a little more orange on the straps. This is better, I think. The only thing is the jacket. I'm gonna be honest, these kind of get in the way when you're posing. They're slightly annoying as well. Has the jacket, it's the Bucky cap mold, and then we actually got the option of a fisted hand, and then these that always come with a Cyclops. So, you know, you don't always have to be doing the optic blast. You can be, you know, I don't know, whatever it is he's doing. But double jointed at the elbows, 360 up and down. Got the ab crunch. It's a little clunky. It's not gonna lie, it's a little clunky, but what would you expect? He's wearing a bomber jacket. And the same thing, thigh rotation, double jointed knees, up and down at the ankle, and then rotation at the boot. All right, guys, here's the old, here's the new. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Are these new figures good enough to replace the old on your diorama? If you guys haven't seen, I'm collecting a X-Men Danger Room diorama. Each time I get a new figure, he either makes it in or he doesn't. So I'm gonna ask you guys, are these new figures good enough to make it into the new diorama? All right, Mischievous, Cyclops, old or new?
Old.
Old. Mike?
New. I like the new one better.
Explain why.
I like the new one better because it has better head sculpts, and plus it comes with the bomber jacket, and it just looks overall cooler than the original, even though the original one was a Jim Lee. But the new one just looks a lot cooler.
Mischievous, explain why you like the older.
Because, like, I just don't really like how the new one has the bomber jacket and the dark clothing. I think that with the lighter clothing and without the bomber jacket, it just looks way better.
All right, so we got it on both aspects. I'm gonna go with the old. The one thing I do like about the new one are the alternate head sculpts. It gives you a different perspective of Cyclops, and it gives you the fisted hand. He won't go into my diorama, but if I start up a second one, he'll get a shot. Or if I'm, you know, once in a while I might switch him up. Sometimes, you know, he's in a commander position. He doesn't need to be in the battle, so he's sitting back from the Blackbird, controlling everything. All right, Wolverine, old or new? Mischievous, what do you think?
New.
Why do you think that?
Because I like how they gave him the new head sculpt with the ripped cowl. And also, it looks cool how they also gave him a James Howlett head. And also how they gave him the bone claws to look like the original Wolverine movies.
All right, Mike, what do you think?
Mine is the new, and my reason is the exact same as Mischievous. It's just overall better than the original.
I'm going to go with the new one. Guys, if you didn't get a chance to get the original yellow tiger suit, go with this one. It's a more true color to the comics. It's a more true color to the animated series. And then you get the bonus of the bone claws and the bonus of the alternate head sculpts. So you're getting a whole lot of bang for your buck. This one will actually be replacing my current Wolverine in the diorama, but I'm gonna take these bone claws and put them on him because I've also got an all Wolverine diorama. Alright, and lastly we come to Jean Grey. What do we think? We don't have a Jean Grey to base it off of, but on our diorama, will she be replacing Phoenix, or is it going to be Jean Grey?
I think definitely you need to switch it out because it just looks better if you're trying to do your diorama set for the Danger Room. It looks a lot better than having Phoenix.
Mischievous, what do you think?
I say replacing Phoenix with a new one because I think that you should have a classic Jean Grey, and that Jean Grey looks way better looking.
Alright guys, so it's 3 for 3. I also think that the new Jean Grey is going to replace the old one. The Phoenix is actually from the 80s. If you know your comic book history, I want to say it's 84 to 86 is when we got our first appearance of Phoenix and then Dark Phoenix. So if we're doing a 90s Jim Lee era, the new Jean Grey is more true to what we're trying to put up here. So 2 out of the 3 are going to replace our old ones. I'd say this is a pretty good pack. At $59.99 retail, I would pick it up just for all the different sculpts you get.
I didn't know what to think about the new Cyclops. I didn't know if he was going to be replaced or if he would just go on the shelf for display.
I think that this reminds me of Mortal Kombat 11 from the Revenants facing their older selves.
Yeah, it does kind of look like mirror images.
Yeah.
That's the Mortal Kombat that I knew in Mortal Kombat 1. When you had to fight yourself, it was called a mirror image. A mirror match, actually. Alright guys, don't forget to drop your votes for Best Figure of 2019 for the Wolf Pack. Wolf Dad, Mischievous, Killer Mike, and even the Wolf Mom, wherever she might be. Deuces, guys.
And don't forget the Wolf Cat.